I just recently found out I was colorblind.
Here we go. Oh, really?
Yeah, 31 years of age. Just found out I was colorblind.
Insane.
Just showed up right out of the orange. Uh,
There it is.
there it is. Welcome back, everybody, to the Get Fresh Crew podcast. My name is Vic.
What's up, y'all? I'm Cru.
Yo, Crew.
What's up?
What it do?
I've been doing a lot of shit lately. But school is back in session, and I know, and I don't know what it is, but this year the teachers are asking for like pictures from like home. They're like, we want it to be like feel like a family vibe, and it's like it's triggering me because I've worked in customer service forever, and any job that says we're a family, it's like red flags, bells and whistles are going off. So now that these teachers are like, hey, can you make a scrapbook and send us pictures, of their family and this, that, and the other? I'm like, bitch, why? Why do you want that? It's 2023. All of my shit is in a device. Can't tell you the last time I printed out a picture for anything. What? Yes, they're all older teachers. They're so far sweet, very nice. Love all of that. But why are you asking me for these pictures? It's just like, bro, I can't stand it.
So I'm not in your school district, but I can only tell you two things that could have ever been the reason for making it this. All right. During the summer,
Here we
those
go.
12-month employees, known as principals, go to meetings where they're told how to approach this new school year by their superintendent. And sometimes they're given an initiative. And it may not just always be scholastically developed.
Yeah.
It's also like, how do you what's
Engage.
the vibe for this school? Right.
Yeah.
How can we make it whatever? And
Yeah.
so somebody from somewhere smoking on something
I mean,
tells you that you should do like pictures from home. We had
ugh,
something just as dumb.
so stupid.
We had something just as dumb where we came in pre-service, and everybody loves pre-service, where they come in and they're like, I want you to write your why and write it out, and we're gonna give you access to this Google slide, and you're all gonna get your all Google slides, right? And I want you to decorate it, put it whatever you want, and then just write your why, like why you teach, why you do what you do every day on your Google slide.
Dear God.
And the vice principal was supposed to go in and then print off your why and then put it on a frame and give every teacher so that you can hang it on your door so everybody can see your why every day.
That is annoying.
Right, it was. Especially when everybody was doing it, they didn't know how to use Google Slides correctly, so they were changing the background for everybody.
That's funny as hell.
So you got like 40 staff members in a cafeteria going, yo, who changed my slide? And it's like,
that's comical.
They never printed them.
Of course
so
they did it.
The initiative in the beginning of the year is nobody ever remembers it until you get like you start giving up on it about 6 weeks in.
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, so what are we doing this year? Make sure nobody dies.
Simple.
Just like that.
Oh my God.
What else?
I recently got back into reading. I'm very excited about that. I've been reading a book. It is a murder mystery. And I don't know why I said it like that. I'm sorry. It was The Cook. But yeah, so far it's I feel like it has a dash of comedy in it, which, I love. I'm all for some fun and some haha, obviously. But yeah, shorty threw her check in the trash and was dumpster diving to get her check back, found the fucking body. And so, yeah, that's where we are. And when I left off, she was being interrogated. I'm like, what a book.
Yeah.
And then the second book I'm reading is about managing stress and anxiety and emotions and your moods with aromatherapy and like herbs and this, that, and the other. So I'm really excited about that because the book started off when this lady, she was, giving you all her accolades and, how she is certified to tell you this information, right? And she was like, my daughter, she was a preschool teacher, calls me one day, wasn't feeling good. By the end of the day, she was a paraplegic and like shit just hit the fan. It was exactly. And so she was like, this is how I got through that. And before this happened, I was already doing stuff to help other people manage their shit. So that's where I'm at. I've been reading, and it's been pretty enlightening, and I'm excited to finish them both.
Dope.
Yeah, there's pretty interesting. Very excited to finish those books.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't read, so
Damn.
I hope you can continue to tell me more about this story because
For sure.
I'm interested.
So you can't read and you're colorblind. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, I just
I'm
walk
sorry.
around just throwing my hands up and just be like, yo,
So
yo,
I
yo.
put my hands up
Wear
and
'em out.
playing my song.
Never heard
Music. That's crazy.
that. I'm actually also deaf, so
Wow.
I've just been
Multifaceted. Pick a struggle.
yeah. I've just been reading lips and just been like that. I
Hey.
think we're on task today.
Fake it to make it.
Hey,
You're doing great.
19 episodes in.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Magician.
Where's Miami? No. Yeah.
No, you got a Tony for sure.
Oh, I definitely get a Tony. Yeah.
Acting your ass off.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Has changed within me. No. So this week, a lot has been going on.
Mm.
Very traumatic.
Mm.
Traumatic. We are supposed to be starting so my girl's starting pre-service week technically tomorrow. So she's gonna go in and deal with like being a new teacher. Which is
Can
dope.
you explain what pre-service is for the people that do not know?
Yeah. So pre-service week pretty much means that before your kids get to come in and
fuck up shit.
I'm gonna spend the next 9 months ruining shit. We have somewhere up to like 4 to 6 days to get everything ready.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so for new teachers, they come in and they have to come in like 3 days before, especially in our county. They come in 3 days before everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to go through their little orientations, and they learn about the things that you don't get to experience in the pre-service week for those people. Like they have a whole program. So like there's a 3-day course where they just go through things. They go some team building exercises and some shit like that. And then all the other teachers come in, with their coffee stained cups and their
Judgment.
demeanor of 17 years of doing stuff. 32 years. I've been doing this goddamn job for 32 years. I think I know how to teach a thing or two. Curriculum hasn't changed that much. And you're like, all right, man. Just go back into the cafeteria and serve. Like, I don't know why you're talking to me about this. But no, they're absolutely like a week of doing that. But it doesn't feel
like enough time.
It doesn't feel like enough time because sometimes you get in there and you're like for me, I'm already mentally freaking out because like I don't know. I know what my classroom looks like. I don't know how much they took down or whatever it is. But when I get there, I'm gonna have a blank slate. So I have to figure out
what to do,
how to decorate. Is it too much decorating? Is it not enough decorating? And then some people, and this is just some, and it depends on the nature of where you're at. Some people decorate the shit out of their classrooms.
Yeah.
And some people have this thing where it's like, as long as there's enough examples and exemplar up on the boards and things like that, we're all good. We ain't got to worry about none of that.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But for me, I know I have a classroom that has natural light, and the first thing I thought about was plants.
Okay, plants.
And I am not a plant person. But it felt
I
necessary.
don't take you as
plants.
a plant person.
Not a plant person.
Yeah.
Right? I plant myself down
and that's it.
And that's it. I am not a plant person. But it felt wrong to have that much window everywhere and not have a few plants up.
I feel that. Why don't you do some stained art or something? Like on the windows. That'd be cool.
I don't know what that is.
Like the I might have said it. Stained glass. Here we go. Like at the church and stuff, how they have like the colorful glass. Since you said it has natural light, I feel like that could maybe make the room colorful. But something like maybe that you can take off so it's not there every single day, But I think that might be cool.
That would be interesting for me. I would like to know the parameters of what to do before I get into
I feel that
touching the windows on that joint. I might have to bring my speaker for that classroom. I don't think it's hooked up electronically. So
That's
there's a lot of
crazy.
things I gotta figure. Well, you know, black people. So
Mm.
like anything's possible. I gotta go. I have to go in and scope. That's pretty much what happens. Is if you're brand new, sometimes I'm not gonna talk about teaching anymore. This is the last one I'm gonna give until I actually have to go back to work. Sometimes you go to a place and they're like, you spent the whole year in room 305,
Uh-huh.
and you just spend all the time in 305, and then somebody just sent you an email or they just go, hey, you're now in 201 this year, and
Violation.
you're like disrespectful.
As hell. You didn't even ask me.
They sometimes they'll try to even let you
Appease you.
know before, not even peace. What are they gonna
Oh,
do?
they don't give a
Oh, we
fuck.
gave got extra Keurig K cups. No, that's not how the fuck. No, what they do is they'll tell you at the end of the year some BS, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to let y'all in on the secret before I
I
go
want
off
trade secrets.
everything, right? So for me, I had three elementary schools, and I have a base school and two other schools. So they
Mm-hmm.
don't get the other two schools don't get they get half a day less than everybody else. So they try to tell me what I was going to have next year. So one school, I worked my way from being on the stage because I
Mm-hmm.
hated being on the stage. You had to do with all the stuff that was going on. Cafeteria, you had to work with the lunch schedule because you're trying to talk to kids behind a curtain while everybody's just all this bullshit.
Oh, that sounds
So
chaotic.
it is chaotic. So I begged for the idea of like, yo, can you please put me in a room somewhere?
All
What
right,
do you have?
please.
And they found
Something.
a room and they gave me a classroom and I made it work. And so they're gonna put me back in that room if I was there. I know the
Right.
person that they're taking. So I'm telling him, if they move you somewhere, just be like, yo, what happened to blank room?
Right.
Because
Set them up for
they're gonna know,
success.
right, set them up for success. The next school, they had me on stage again. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. And I begged for a room, right? I was like, yo, y'all clearing out this room? Can I get this
Right.
room? What's up with this room? I'm
Yeah.
the only teacher that doesn't have a room.
Mm.
They turned around, said, you can have this room next year, and we'll even let you start using it because we just cleared it out. And so I started using it,
Mm-hmm.
changed my life, changed the demeanor of the kids because now they're actually in a
In a
classroom. So they're like,
classroom.
so
Yeah.
they actually feel like they're learning, not like if there's some after school special. We're just spending time away from.
Right.
And that's what they don't understand about the psychology of the kids. That they think that they're just running away, or they think they're just escaping class.
Exactly.
But if you come to another class, then you're treating it like you do other classes. But they don't
100%.
get that.
But it's so
So
simple. Like you would think being in that environment already, it would be come on now, 1 plus 1 is 2. It makes sense. It makes sense.
common sense ain't so common.
You right.
And then the third school, which is my favorite lie of all time,
Mm.
was they tried to tell me at the end of the year, "Oh, we're gonna bring you in from because we they had me in a temporary one of those outside buildings outside the school, so they had me
Okay.
over there. They hated that I was out there because I never used to come through the front door. I used to just park next to my temp, and then just call a teacher and be like, "Yo, let me in from the side door," and then pull
Mhm.
my kids, so I could show up when I felt
Whenever.
like
Yeah.
and then pick pick up kids and they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know you were here today." It's not your job to know that I'm here today.
Right. Mind the business
Mind
at
your
Pages.
business. Right.
Okay.
So they told me they're going to have to bring me in. So they're like, "Oh, we need you to bring all your instruments in and you're going to have to bring all your stuff. You got to clear out your classroom." And I was like, "So where are you going to put me?" We're going to find space in a media center." How? When you teach media. Well, I'm gonna have to.
Right.
Right. You understand what my schedule is? I'm supposed to teach this many times. You're gonna tell me that I'm gonna have to make my way through a media schedule?
That's crazy.
I got back there this summer to help clear out the classroom, and the building service manager said, "No, you're not leaving that classroom. They're just adding art to your classroom." So they cleared out the room, right? And they were like, "All right, cool." I had to move all my instruments, move everything to the back wall, and then the front half of the classroom is supposedly going to be used for art. An entire temporary was already defined for art, and then they turned around and gave art and band one temporary.
That doesn't even make any damn sense.
No, it does not make any damn sense. But you know who has to deal with it?
Not
Not
you.
me, nigga. So
That part.
So I got worried about whether I'm gonna stain fucking windows or not. I'm not worried about right.
That part.
Shit. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm just focused on that and some other stuff.
I feel it. I'm really excited for the future stories that you're going to share with us. I'm very excited, and I can't wait. And honestly, I'm really happy for you. I am. I'm really happy for you.
I've really appreciated you hoping this would happen for me. So I really do appreciate that.
Absolutely, Frank.
So yeah. Speaking of positive women.
I was gonna say oh Lord, these segues. I feel like at one point I'm going to make a highlight reel of just all of the crazy ass segues.
Yes.
Yeah, and just post it. That's gonna be
absolutely.
Can't wait.
Absolutely.
Oh God. Well, it's about damn time.
There you go. There you go. Hey, let's go. Let's go 2 for 2.
Pow.
Yes.
Okay, would you like to lead us into this, or would you like me to do it? Because I feel like we both are very much so invested in this fuckery.
I'll try my best by reading the article.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
Take it away, Penny.
Yes. 3 of Lizzo's former dancers have accused the singer of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment in a lawsuit filed Tuesday. They also alleged that she pressured one of them to touch a nude performer at an Amsterdam club and subjected the group to an excruciating audition after leveling false accusations that they were drinking on the job, aka hazing.
Yeah.
And that's not the bottom of it.
It's not.
But I tell you what, that's some funny ass shit.
Shit is insane.
Oh no.
It's insane. And then the dance captain, she seems like a Looney Tune.
She is.
She seems like a complete. First of all, Quigley.
Charlene Quigley.
Looney Tune. 100% Looney Tune.
Absolutely.
I don't even know where to start with this. For one, this has been just, the girls have been doing interviews. We'll get to that in a second because that's a hot ass mess. But so it's against Lizzo, her production company, and then the captain of the dance team, which is the Looney Tune, alleged Looney Tune, Charlene. And she's been trying to convert people to Christianity. She be talking about masturbation and all of this other stuff, just making it really weird. And so, very awkward. So the lawsuit comes out. It's real thick lawsuit.
Like the dancers.
And they're alleging all of these crazy things about a banana. Somebody had to eat a banana out of some girl's coochie. Allegedly. And then apparently Ariana Davis had recorded a conversation, or she recorded something, and they asked her to delete it, and I think she did it. So they brought her into the office and made her delete said video. And that is what she's claiming is her being held hostage, because that's also a claim in the lawsuit.
By law, that is you being held hostage.
I mean, by law, yes. Technicality, law, legal, on paper.
I mean, it's a law. It's a lawsuit.
Yeah, so, you're right.
If somebody says you can't leave until you do something, that is against your will. That's captivity. So,
but also, I feel like there are different levels to it, right? Because let's take, for example, you steal something, and they're like, you can't leave until you either pay for it or give it back, right? Now you're being detained. Yes. But I guess that's a lawful detainment.
That's a lawful detainment. So when you have those moments of actually being an actual hostage, you have to deal with that. So a person being held in a conflict as a pledge pending the fulfillment of an agreement. That is what we're looking at as their hostage takeover. To
True.
me, Shawty did what she was doing, and it was incredibly awkward.
Yeah.
And to tell somebody that you were like, imagine your boss calling you in and being like, cool, hey, Cru, you've been late, so I need you to sign this paper. And they're like, you'll be like, no, I'm not signing this paper.
Right.
You're not leaving this office until you sign this paper. That's hostage.
That's hostage. Yes.
Absolutely. Like
100%.
that's like in its simplest form. You telling me I can't leave is infringing on me
And my
unless I
rights.
broke the law. Right.
Facts.
And if
That's
you're in the power to detain me, then that's how that works. So, as legal speak as it goes,
she was held hostage.
she was held hostage.
Allegedly.
Now, I love when you do that.
Allegedly.
I got a whole ass button. She goes, allegedly.
Because it'd be weird if I'd be like, press the button.
I mean, you know how many times I'm in a fucking Discord call and somebody goes, I'm gonna need that part. I'm like, yo, y'all don't request shit in this house. Like,
you don't pay no button bills in this bitch.
Right. I got a lifetime subscription. Y'all better stop. The lawsuit continues. It goes, it also accuses the captain of Lizzo's dance team of proselytizing to other performers. Now,
she's trying to get y'all to Jesus. Won't he do it? Well,
proselytizing, for those who are on the same reading level as me, is about converting people. And deriding those who had premarital sex. Deriding is not the thing that people do on Saturday night. It's literally ridiculing people. All right. So, deriding those who had.
We're not even escape past that.
It is.
Oh my god.
So deriding is ridiculing people. So
yeah,
when
it is.
When you deal with
gotta stay on brand, know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous. so she was literally just ridiculing people about premarital sex, and then still talking about lewd sexual fantasies, simulating oral sex. Like,
yeah, it was really weird.
I don't even know how to I try to imagine what that conversation is. It's like girls are just minding their business, talking about stuff, dancing.
Yeah.
They're probably like throwing ass on break, and they're like, that's great when you guys are like on the clock, but you're throwing so much ass. That's not good for Jesus. And you're like, what the?
What?
Hey, get out of here, Charlene. We're minding our damn business.
Shoot.
You need to worry about the word of God. Because if you're over there doing all of this, sucking all it is, then you'll never I can just can I just for 1 second bring up the biggest issue, pun intended, in this whole situation?
I hate you. Yes.
Why was Lizzo weight shaming?
That's the part that is the craziest, wildest thing to me. And I was like, and it literally in order, it goes like, okay, hostile environment, this, that, and the other, weight shame. Bitch, by who? And I need more clarification because it's not making sense in my brain that Lizzo was weight shaming anybody. Miss Body Positivity, this, that, and the other. There's no way, right? Like, I feel like there's something we're missing because that don't make no sense. That's crazy.
The accusation is that the dancers accused Lizzo, a performer known for embracing ballsy positivity and celebrating her physique, of calling attention to one dancer's weight gain and later berating, then firing that dancer after she recorded a meeting because of a health condition. Did she record the meeting because of a health condition, or was the meeting called because of a health condition?
I believe the meeting was probably called. I think the weight gain might have been due to a health condition, and she recorded the meeting for whatever purposes, because I don't see her recording a meeting for health purposes, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, what health
Right. Like,
reasons would you need to record? Like, how would that help you in any health matter? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm missing
like,
something.
like I said, I can't read, but generally speaking, I understand. What I'm getting, so there's two possibilities, right?
From the lips I've read.
Right. For the for the lips I've read, you have the possibility of being like, all right, cool. It's a possible thyroid condition, which means that she could have dealt with weight gain from that person,
Mm-hmm.
situation. And then she was called into a meeting, and Lizzo was like, you looking a little chunky. You slowing down on me, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, "I'm sorry, Lizzo. My
Why
throat's
why
swelling
did she
up,
have to
right?
sound like that?
Because of the thyroid."
This,
See, you thought it was a fat thing.
first of all,
I
no.
thought
I niggas with thyroid problems don't sound like that.
You also don't dance for Lizzo, so there's a whole other situation.
So Lizzo dancers sound like that.
Nope, didn't say it. Never said it. But
It's the last episode.
allegedly, they allegedly sound like that. Now, first of all, I'm way bigger than you, so I can say,
Give a fuck.
so with this fucking like, she's like, that don't mean you're not doing it.
Right.
You just as bad as Lizzo. It's like, god damn.
You gonna be in the lawsuit next.
Hey.
I'm crying.
Hey. No, what? So she gets in there and she's like, "I'm sorry." I'll raise it up. "I'm sorry, Lizzo. My throat, my thyroid, it hurt." Right, and then Shawty's like, "I don't want to hear none of that shit. You're supposed to be losing weight. Are you recording me?" Right, and it's like all that. Now that's exactly how Lizzo sound. Don't even do that. Right, so that's exactly right. Or it's she did gain weight and she was dealing with something like, I don't know, like a high blood pressure situation or whatever it is. It had to do with her performance. It had to. It's the only logical reasoning to even bring her in the office. Because if you looked at her and she somehow gained a little weight and you could see that, you berating her, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter until it's a performance-based initiative.
Exactly.
Until it's that one dancer can't keep up anymore.
Right. Then it's an issue.
And that's the conversation. Then we can start talking about it. But you're going to sit here and tell me, and this is a point that I wanted to make for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We're all on the body positivity train, right? We're all talking about how Lizzo has been embracing her physique.
Yeah.
If you see the pictures of her perform, most of hers is a nude suit with the coloring kind of like covering all her body parts.
Yeah.
But then all of her dancers are wearing the actual materials. They're actually out there wearing the pink undergarments, the actual straps and things.
Yeah.
Lizzo has an actual like nude suit overlay.
Right. Yeah, legit. Yeah.
So I'm like, she's not really about that body positivity thing. She's just trying to tell people that that's her brand.
I don't know.
That's how I feel.
I feel that. I get that. And I get how it could come off that way.
But the fact that she can make her dancers wear more skimpier things than she does throws me off. If you're the brand, wear the brand.
Right. I feel that.
What is it that we're doing? And she's and they just kind of went and just said, all right, this is what we're gonna wear.
Yeah.
It's just more upsetting to have somebody turn around and be big boned.
Come on, big bone.
And then weight shame someone because you hand select big boned women.
Legit. Had auditions and everything. Auditions and a whole show. A whole show. And what's crazy, I feel like Lizzo's lawyers are really working overtime because they are trying to discredit the hell out of these women. There's been, and I mean, I get it. That's their job. That's what you're supposed to do. You want to discredit the alleged victims, witnesses, everything, all of that. The other side, them niggas lying. So you try to you try to discredit them. I get it, but there was a leaked audition tape from, I think it was Ariana. Yes, it was from Ariana for season 2 of Watch Out for the Big Girls. So, and this audition takes place after the alleged incidents had already happened. So now it's like, okay, if all of this stuff happened and it was as bad as you say it is, why were you auditioning to go back into it? So now that is now up for discussion and this, that, and the other. Everybody's opinions is in on that, which I get how it looks. It does look weird. Like if it was horrible, if it was a situation that you did not want any parts of to be removed from, you would not audition to go back into it and audition tape. She looks 100% into it. Get it. But then also, like, the thing that really rubbed me the wrong way is that they're doing all of these interviews. The interviews themselves aren't the issue. It's what they're saying in these interviews. It's not helping their case. And I feel like their lawyers are doing a huge disservice, because why would you let your client go on TMZ, ET, CNN, and all of these other news outlets doing these interviews, and the answers that they are giving is literally tearing down their case. They're like, maybe, kinda, it's no definitive answers. There was one question I was asked, did you feel like, I forget how they worded it, but pretty much, did you feel like your job was up for grabs if you didn't do this? She was like, yeah, I kind of felt that way. It was insinuated. I'm like, bitch, you are fucking it up. Why would you say that? And then there was one, I think this was a TMV interview. She was literally sitting right next to her lawyer saying this. And I'm just like, dude, do you secretly work for Lizzo? Because this is your client. Why would you let her say this?
This was actually my first time being a lawyer. Like, what the hell is wrong with this man?
The ink's still wet. Like, come on. Dang. Yeah, like, just
got over the bar.
Shit just did it. This shit is just, I was just like, this is bad. It's really bad. And it really makes me feel like, for one, I don't know what it takes to work up the nerve and courage to go after somebody like this in the lawsuit form, right? Because it's these three women, but there are other dancers that have come out in support of them. There are other people that have come out in support of them and what they're saying, like, going forward. But I have no idea what it takes to actually do something like this. So for them to do that, cool. If that's how you felt, you absolutely felt wronged. And now, you're going for it. But like, I just, these interviews, you're really fucking it up. And I don't understand why your lawyer will let you do that. It looks so bad.
Because it's going to be used in court.
Oh, 100% going to be used in court.
The fact that they're even attempting to do it, a part of me feels like it's the Bill Cosby situation, right? Where like all these people started coming out and started giving their testimony.
Yeah.
But their testimonies were all aligned. They didn't back down. It was a sense of power, and they went for it.
Yeah.
These women are still under this guise that not that they'll never be able to dance again or anything like that, but it's just like that they are worried that they'll never be as up as they were.
Yeah, because it's already hard. They're not your traditional dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's not like you can salvage anything after you've done this. Like, it's
not
like you're going to
there's no going back.
Right. There's no other venue, or not a big enough venue where they have a population like this. So you might as well double down and be like, that's exactly what she did, and I'm here for my compensation.
Period.
And get
no
your
ifs,
money.
ands, or buts. Like, leave no space for any confusion. And these interviews are doing exactly that. And I feel like it's just things you don't say. Like, if you are accusing somebody of something, you want to be very sure and direct with your words. Not, I thought so, I think so, it seemed like. Don't use words like that.
No, you're not supposed to.
You're absolutely, and like, your lawyer is fucking, fire the lawyer, please. Fire your lawyer, because they're not doing a good job. They should have never let you. If you were going to do interviews, they should have prepped you airtight, solid. Should have prepped you. And if they did and you went off the cuff, that's on you. But hey, y'all out here looking crazy.
Hey, we can do all this lawyer prep. Hey, look, Cru and Fresh, attorney at law.
Come on now.
Hey, come on now.
Pro bono.
Right? I got pro bono, right? Pro big bono. All right? All up in there. It'd have been no issue whatsoever. I've been right up there, walking up there with the suitcase.
Come on.
Do. Right, all that.
Come on, People's Court.
All right. No, let's talk about it. All right. So the first thing you gonna do, deny, 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 right? You get in there and you tell them they ain't shit. And if they say anything about you or they treat you some type of way, you gonna handle your business. You feel me? All right?
Period.
All right. Now, now eat this Nutri-Grain bar.
Right. Now, what did he
And I
say?
just
Repeat it back.
right, repeat, right. You saw that interview you did on TMZ? We're gonna
Terrible.
watch it for 48 minutes. Because whatever you said, you better memorize it like it's your dang parents, right?
Come on now.
I'd have been in, right. That's exactly what you got to do because it's the moment somebody goes, and you said your name is Ariana. Yes, that's correct. But isn't it true, Ariana, if that is your real name?
That's
Then in seventh
exactly
grade
what they
you was
do.
going by Ariana, and you're like, well, I was really nervous, and the teacher called me that. How did you guys know?
You're right. Right.
There was no banana, and you're like, got her. It's like,
You know what I love?
so-
You know what's crazy? Every single time something happens, always some shit gets resurfaced.
oh,
The fucking interview she did in Amsterdam with the banana, super not helpful for her. But here's what
my
I feel
favorite
like.
thing.
I feel like she got way too comfortable with her employees. And a line was crossed. And I
Yeah.
feel like not only did she get way too comfortable with her employees, she also probably maybe wasn't as hands-on as she should have been in nipping things in the bud, which created that hostile environment, as well as her adding to it. And normally when stuff like this pops off, I try to wait till like all of the information is out there to form an opinion. But it just really feels like a lot of fuck shit was going on. Where were you at? Where were your antennas? Number one. Number two, as a boss, you are the brand. You're the head honcho, right? You cannot do stuff like this with your employees because it creates a blurred line. Because at some point, you have to be in a position of authority. You have to tell them things to do, what you expect, this, that, and the other. And if you're king with them to a certain degree, it makes it blurry. Like you can be friendly for sure and have relationships with your employees, but not to this extent. This is a little bit too much, too far. And eating bananas out of coochies is crazy. That's, first of all, it's fucking up your pH balance. Why would you even put that in there? Like there's too much going on. Bananas don't go in your coochie.
No,
They
go
don't.
in your ass. So that's it.
That's
Everybody
just crazy.
knows that.
I mean, come on, you learned that first day of school.
Right, that's called Curious George.
Come on.
Where did this go? Like it's exactly how it goes.
That's crazy.
So I try to make a reference to this because it was a conversation. We didn't even have this part of the conversation yet, but what I was trying to make the reference to without going too far
Mhm.
was the Penn State football coach Joe Paterno.
Okay.
From back in like 2010, right? He was a coach. He's the most winningest coach in NCAA
Oh,
FBS
lit.
football,
Okay.
right? And he was a very old man, short guy, all that, right?
Mhm.
He was known. His name was Joe Pa. Like he was like just an Italian
Oh,
guru, right?
yes.
And he was great. And they found out that one of his like coaches or somebody that was working on the team had like these sexual allegations of like dealing with the players and stuff like that. And that's why there's a whole conversation about like this guy Jerry Sandusky. And so pretty much what ended up happening is this motherfucker did that and everybody went, there's no way that Joe Paterno didn't know. There's no way he didn't know. So then he has to sit. So now he has to retire. Because of this guy.
Because of that
right?
dude. Some fuck shit.
Exactly. So some fuck shit. But then you have to do all the research, and I implore everybody to just go in and just
look it up.
Look it up. But there's a whole article that says now we know what Joe Paterno knows, right?
Oh,
because during that whole time where he gets like this entire allegation and everything happening, Joe Paterno dies.
That nigga was stressed out, stressed to death.
It was more than that, but he ended up getting lung cancer. It wasn't from smoking. But in general, the man passed away during a time when someone else was doing some fuck shit.
Yeah.
under his nose.
Yeah.
And so to me,
Yikes.
the same type of thing happens every time you have somebody here and then there's a person of power. They're like,
Mhm.
your job was to know that this person was fucking up.
Yeah.
And so that's the biggest issue. Your CEO doesn't know that the vice president's stealing money. It's like, how would I know? He's stealing.
Right. He didn't tell me.
Right.
The
He didn't
fuck?
come to me and was like, let me give you some money, Dad. No, that's not how that worked. So like, so it's tough when it's like, all right, did Lizzo know? Did Lizzo not know? But as
Mm.
you make the point, Lizzo also was really fucking friendly, and I think that was just out of the nature of I'm dancing with my girls, and
Yeah.
because if you see things, and I'm gonna push a boundary.
Mhm.
Beyonce has that video where
Oh
she's
yeah.
dancing with all her dancers, right, in like a fucking hotel, right?
Yeah.
Um, Billie Eilish has a whole thing where she's just hanging out with a bunch of girls. And it's not that she's besties with all of them, but
Right.
that is also a persona of the closeness that they are with their dancers.
Right. Absolutely.
So it wouldn't shock me that if Lizzo made an entire TV show with a bunch of dancers and hung out with them and was treating them like a certain type of way, that she was also doing the hazing part of her job. And
Mm.
because as a member of a fraternity, right, an alumni member,
Mhm.
I can tell you right now that there were things that have occurred in situations where the group said, is this a reportable offense? Technically. Are we actually going to report it? Probably not.
Yeah.
And the group decided to handle it in house.
In house. Right.
And that's where I think the situation started. People start going, I can't handle this in house anymore.
Yeah.
And that's how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to go
Yeah.
in house, then out.
Yeah. I wonder what the breaking point was. The final straw, and they were just like, you know what? No. I wonder if it was the banana. If that was, because that's a lot. Honestly, I'm not even trying to be funny, because that's a lot. I feel like
The banana that broke the dancer's back is probably one of the greatest things I could have ever thought in my head. And and I just it had to be said out loud. So
it did. It
yeah,
did. But
it's
yeah, I'm looking forward to see how the rest of this unfolds. I really feel like those interviews were damaging, so I don't know how it's going to come out for them. But hey, Beyonce still fuck with her, so she got Beyonce support, so she good.
oh, Beyonce is definitely beating the shit out of her dancers. Absolutely right. She
Again.
said, "All right, again. Hey, come on now." She said, "You call that a death drop? I'll show you a death drop."
Where's the concussion? I don't
Right,
see the dedication.
right. You call that cuffing it? So I'm like, yo,
Allegedly.
imagine. I'm alle- It says,
Allegedly.
Mm.
can you imagine
Allegedly.
that Beyonce comes out like 6 years from now and somebody's like, this just in the news, Beyonce is being accused of killing 13 dancers over the past 15 years.
That's insane. That is insane.
I think
But
it's dope.
yeah, this is
You guys are getting your Renaissance concerts, right?
it's what you wanted, huh?
That's what you wanted. It's what you asked
Sacrifices
for.
had to be made.
Yeah. Pretty hurt. Oh man.
What's
Gosh,
up? What are we switching it up with today, my friend?
what are we switching it up to? So I have bought a book. As a person who can't read, I'm gonna
Look
try
at
today.
you. I'm so proud of you. Um,
And
Sound it out. You got it.
okay, Dante, use
Dante.
juice, pate that.
Yay. Good
Yes,
answer. Good
Dante, use
answer.
juice, pate that. It's called Don't You Just Hate That. All right. So it's an entire book of annoying things.
Love that.
And what are we going to discuss? I'm going to try to run through a couple of these.
Okay.
And I say couple, I'm literally just going to start from the beginning. And then ever so often, we're going to pick it back up and look at some annoying shit
Period.
and discuss it. So, off the rip, the number one, and it's not in order, but
Mhm.
the first one in the book is great. And it goes, wondering if the appetizer you're sharing with a friend is being divided evenly. You ever like share like calamari or like stuff like wings and you don't count them out? and you just start going back and forth. Me and my girl do this shit all the time, and her favorite thing in the world is we'll get to like the last one, and she'll be
Yeah.
like, "No, that one's yours,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "No, I already had it in my head that was yours," and she's like, "No, no, no, because I ate this one," and I'm like,
Yeah, we do that too.
"Oh my god," I'm like, "Yo, you gotta stop!" Like, and that's like the
It's
polite one though.
polite, right? It's polite. It's like, okay, especially if I know I've been busting it down. I'm gonna leave like the
Oh,
last few. I'm like, that's all you. You
yeah.
got it. Yeah, no, I know. I've been fucking these up.
Because normally we'll discuss the food and I'll be like, all right, cool, yeah, it's good. Oh, I actually like to see. We compare calamari all the fucking
I
time. So we're just
know.
going in and doing that shit.
I love
But we
that y'all
get in
do
there,
that.
right? And we go in there, we just start picking at it. And the moment that one person's not talking so much, because it'll probably just be me talking the most, she'll probably mentally realize I might have had 3 in a row. And I'm like, it's fine. We're at dinner together. It's cool,
Right.
babe. And she's like, no, this one's yours. And now I feel bad for eating the last one. So
Yeah,
it
you
is what it
always
is.
feel bad. You always feel bad. Like I feel like it's a little bit better when you're like with your person, but I
Yeah.
feel like when you're in like a group setting and you're out with your friends or whatever, it definitely like it's always a mental note you have. It's like a mental counter you have going on. You're just like,
Because you have to be with the right group.
you
Because
do.
if you're in the right group, there's
Everybody's
always
counting.
I was gonna say because there's always a little bit left.
Yes.
No one needs the last bread, and when that person does, you always silently judge like, really, you grabbed the last one, bro? Like,
Right? You didn't want to
why
split
did
it?
you didn't even cut the bread in half, bro?
Did you even ask for a refill before you ate it?
had 6. And
My
I know we're
God.
at Cheesecake Factory and they just itty bitty, but like, and the guy comes back and he puts more bread on it. And you're like,
There's unspoken rule. If you did not know, I'm letting y'all know right the fuck now. Unspoken, unwritten rule. If you eat the last piece, you don't get the first piece when the new one
When the
comes
new
out.
one comes
You
out.
better not touch it.
No.
Don't
Because
even
the fresh-
acknowledge it.
because the fresh bread is for everyone that waited.
That
It's the
part.
polite
Don't
move to
touch
do.
it. I'm be
It's
be
the
looking
polite.
at y'all in your eyeball. If you go out with me,
Dead ass.
I wish you
Touch
would
my
touch
bird.
it. It's mine.
And
And it
you
be
reach for the
hot.
fresh one?
I wish the fucking
Ooh.
don't let us be a Red Lobster with them cheddar bay biscuits. It's a problem. Don't let us be at Outback, even though it's not pumpernickel bread. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's not that. I used to work there. I
Not that.
should know, but I don't. But that brown
Yeah.
bread, don't touch it.
Well, she used to.
Used to.
That's why she used to, because she don't remember the name of the bread.
I got fired. You don't know it?
Could you? Right.
Get out.
It was like, all right. She said, so wait, said, howdy, mate. Could you name the bread that we actually sell here? And they're like, pumpernickel? You're fired.
Oh my god. Yo, I have to tell y'all my horror serving stories. I have so many. I have to tell you. One day I will tell you guys all of the bullshit.
So we'll just do our serving stories. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I used to work at a restaurant. I've worked at plenty. I've been server at high end restaurants, shitty ass diners, like the gambit. I've got stories.
I want to hear that. Because
Oh.
the only ones I have close to that are customer service.
Yeah.
Working at a parking garage.
Oh. Yeah, we could do work horror stories. People suck, but yeah, definitely. So now y'all know, if you eat the last piece, don't even reach for the first piece. Don't even acknowledge it. Just drink some water or drink whatever beverage you got. Don't touch it. Let at least 3 people, depending on how many people you're there with, and let 2 or 3 people get theirs off first, and then you could go back in.
Off rip.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make sure.
Yeah, it's the polite thing to do.
Look, okay, so number 2. Having to make that face to people in the hallway at work that implies, hey.
Tightly
That's so, just that look, you just get a little head nod, the tightness of your face. You're just like, I didn't want to address you.
Right.
At all.
Don't talk. Just a polite head nod is good. Just hit.
Yeah, just a little tight, just a done.
Just a little audible noise. Just look.
Oh, man, they hate me, man. I put my head down everywhere I go. I'm not looking at no. And it's hard because you're already taller, so that everybody's assuming that you're gonna address them anyways. And I'm like, if I look straight up, I look like I'm being pretentious. So I'm just walking around.
Fuck it. I would just look.
I look like I'm lost.
I feel like you're tall enough to just look straight ahead and you're not making eye contact. You're good.
My straight ahead eye contact for everybody else is as if I'm darting towards them.
Oh,
For some people.
shit.
And if you're too far away, you think I'm looking at you.
Okay, true.
So everybody else is under this impression that I'm supposed to be making eye contact. Like, I'll just be trying to walk. That's why I'll just be putting my head down. So if I don't make eye contact at all, then we're fine. Somebody always seems to see me because massive individual just hitting the hallway again. And they're like, oh, excuse me.
Excuse me, Mr. Fresh. Fuck.
Please.
Yes, little Bobby. How can I help you today?
I just wanted a hug.
Oh.
Damn it.
See, like stuff like that is cute from like your own kids, but I could not imagine working with children every day. I couldn't. Like, I have kids. I love my kids to death, and I love hanging out with them. Like, but I hate other people's kids so much. And I
tried.
couldn't do it.
It's gonna sound bad. I thought it was a godsend that I started during COVID because I didn't have to hug anybody.
Mm.
I didn't have to be up close and with nobody. As soon as we get in person, I got sick more times in a year than I ever got sick.
I imagine. So that makes a lot of sense.
And then kids started coming up to you with a mask trying to hug you, and I'm like, this is counterintuitive. Please stop touching me. You don't understand science. Please move. And it was just that feeling all the time. And I was just like, and I'd come home and I'd be like, well, I'm losing sleep and these kids are disgusting. So now this year it's like I'm gonna fortify my body with Airborne because
Shout out to Airborne, sponsor us. Thanks.
Yes, please.
Molly?
I'm gonna blast through the next three. So
okay,
here we go. The first one, that Barry Manilow song. I write the songs. He didn't write it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Restaurants with indistinctive figures like a rooster and a chicken, indicating which restrooms are for men and which are for women.
Hate that shit. Because now you expect me to know shit. Like, yes, while I do know it, if I drink too many of whatever fucking drink y'all have here,
yeah,
now I'm fucking in the rooster bathroom.
Remember how there used to just be like a is that really what they're called? Like the gender signs, the ones where it's like a circle with the little plus sign
the little symbols, the male
the symbols,
and yeah.
Right. So then I didn't know what they were originally.
Oh yeah. No, same. Like yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm now thinking about that after reading one of these, and I was just like, so what shape is it? Or like, what do we do now for the trans community? Like,
right.
What do we not? I guess they don't have. They might have a symbol. I don't know.
I want to say they do. I'd have to look it up. I'm pretty sure.
I would just get rid of it. Because the only thing I know that they have on the bathroom now is when they're unisex, and it's like a man's like a circular head with hair, and then the other half is a skirt. And I'm like,
so what is it called? The Minotaur looking like shit. She looks crazy. I know what you're talking about.
It looks like a broken down airplane just going up. Like it's just
like what?
Like a rocket ship.
Made this?
Because the skirt it is confusion.
It is very, very much so confusion. Okay, so the trans symbol, low-key looks like a Pokemon. It is.
No way.
No, I'm dead ass. I'm trying to figure out which Pokemon it is. I think it's the electric one with like the bolts.
Who's that Pokemon?
I mean, not another Pokemon reference is wild.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it is. Whatever Pokemon this is. But yeah, it is circle with multiple like sprouts off of it to include both. I'll put a picture up because I'm terrible at explaining shit, but it's got a circle and it's got two arrows. One going to the right, one going to the left, and then it is like a cross at the bottom. So it's like the female and the male, and then there's like an extra one. I mean, it looks like a Pokemon. It's kind of dope. Now I gotta let you know what the name of this damn Pokemon is, and it is an electric one. I was right. Is it this one? Let me see.
There's no way.
Is it? Nope.
There's somebody beating their head against the speaker.
Oh, they know. They're like, it's this one. I'm gonna say it in a second, maybe. Or maybe I won't.
Right. Maybe I'll clip it, and it'll be 30 seconds ago.
Get fresh fruit. Good luck, everybody else. Yeah, I don't know which
That's-
Pokemon this is. It's the one with the magnets on it. That one. I'm dead ass.
The Magnemite?
Maybe, sure.
No, Magnetron.
Yeah, is that the one? Yeah, yeah. Magneton,
one?
Magneton. Yeah, the
Magneton.
yes.
Oh wow,
The
that's. You know what?
Evolutioned version of it.
You know what?
What?
This is offensive.
Is
it?
Shit, if it is, my bad. I'm sorry, but that's
I know,
literally the first thing I thought of. I was like, oh, it's like a Pokemon. Dead ass.
Like a Pokemon. Right.
I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I really didn't mean to.
Yes. Well, she did. So.
I'm sorry, my bad. Don't cancel us.
And of course, yes, please don't, because I'm trying to get started. The last two. So that 41 seems to be the average age of people who describe themselves as their late 30s in personal ads.
That's
So
weird.
everybody's like, yeah, I'm in my late 30s, and it's usually they're 41.
Oh, lying
Because they're
ass. But you're in
lying
your
ass.
early
Right.
40s. The fuck?
Trying to get pussy and not getting no pussy with lying ass.
Mm-mm. Shout out to y'all on dating apps, because that shit's hard, and I don't envy y'all. And good luck, everybody else.
God damn, good luck, everybody.
I'm so
can't.
sorry.
I can't
Mm-mm.
do it.
Me neither. I would just be single forever. Because I... All right, what's the next one?
Jeez. Okay, so the last one says walking by the same person you've already walked by in the dairy, produce, and frozen food sections.
I don't know. I'll be paying attention to people like that. Like, I'll notice that I passed them, but it's like, all right,
Now I don't go to the grocery store unless I'm with my girl. So like
I feel that.
anytime I'm going, we're usually like we have a list and we do
Right.
the thing. But I'll always notice if you got kids with you.
Oh, okay.
And so it'll be like, oh gosh, the last time I went, there was a girl who was like, she wanted something. She was like, Daddy. And she had some fucking thing she wasn't supposed to have. And it was insane. When I say that the father said, no, you can't have that. And the kid said, don't say no. And I said, okay, all right. I gotta
What?
walk away.
Just
I
walk
gotta walk away. And down the freezer aisle was the same father and daughter. And in line when we were checking out was the same father and daughter. And it was just too much. And I have to separate myself sometimes.
I will notice if I see the same person like in different parts of the store, because then I feel like I'm being followed. Because I went to Walmart the other day just to get, I was looking for some more of the Celsius drinks, and some other shit. And so I'm bouncing around the store because I was also looking for a table, and the same dude, that blue shirt, I just kept seeing him. Then I see this nigga at the checkout. I was like, all right. Then I see this nigga in the parking lot. I'm like, are you trying to die today?
Yeah, he was.
I'm not the type of bitch you can kidnap. Like, you will.
Let go of me! I'm not a. It's like I am not a victim. That's 100%. I just feel that in my spirit. It's just the most agitating sound with a bunch of fists to the face. Just fucking around with a key, and just doing this shit.
No, I don't play when I'm out by myself. I don't play. I will I'll open the door, have my boop boops ready, put the groceries in. I'm locking the car. I'm the type of bitch to put the cart back, so I'm locking the car. I put the cart back. Then I come back to the car. I get in. I lock the door immediately, and I go. I'm not fucking around. I'm that type of shit. I got shit to do tomorrow.
See, that's kind of my natural understanding of why I don't talk to people. I don't care if it's. I've learned that it doesn't matter if it's day or night.
Don't matter.
I've had situations where people have like, we were just. This is the last part of my story. We were just in Target.
Shout out to Target.
We were in Target, right? That's how I felt about this place. We were in
Ooh.
Target.
So they ain't had no Starbucks, huh?
No, no, they definitely had a Starbucks.
So they was Target.
It was just the people.
Oh, okay.
So we went there and I'm like, all right, we're just mind you, this is the first time I ever like grocery shopped in Target. So we're just in Target,
Yeah, I don't grocery
just
shop at
looking,
Target.
but it's just like they have a lot of interesting stuff.
Facts.
Like that mushroom drink the mushroom elixir drink for
Mhm.
the chat.
Mhm.
They had those there, and I was like, oh, that's lit.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So
Okay.
like one day we're gonna go back and be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna try this mushroom drink and then throw it up and be like, ah. But
Damn
generally
you.
when I was there, right? God dang these kids and their stupid posts. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it out. And I looked and I went, all right, we're going to the grocery store, whatever. And I saw a guy, and he was walking around with a cart, and I was like, okay. And then you see him again, and you're like, all right, motherfucker, kind of sketchy now, right?
Right?
But he's just minding his business. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing other people kind of transition around the area because it's the grocery area,
Yeah.
and then you kind of see this guy too.
Mm.
And I peeped that I've seen him twice in the
Mhm.
same area, so maybe he's just going around the
Looking for
shopping.
stuff. Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there. I'm in the aisle. Here's my girl up in the front of the aisle, like where we are. Here I am in the middle. He walks past my girl who has the cart
Mhm.
and walks to me and he goes, "Excuse me," and I go, "Yeah, yeah, what's up?" And he just holds up a card,
The
and it's
fuck?
just him saying, like, it just says like, "Please, I need money. I don't have food for kids and like
Oh.
stuff like that." I was like, "No, bro, I don't carry cash. I don't
Right.
know. I don't have anything. Please." I'm like, "What is happening, bro?" Because the irony is, I just told this story to my girl about how somebody really just like was on like I think TikTok or something
Uh-huh.
complaining about some some lady was asking someone for help to purchase baby formula.
Mhm. Damn.
And she went and had rang up like $300-400 in baby formula.
Ain't no fucking
And they're
way.
like, and they literally paid for it.
They
And
paid
then
for it?
dead ass. This is how the story went. They paid for it. And why the lady grabbed the receipt?
Nah, fam. See, they be out here scamming motherfuckers. See, nah.
So she starts walking out the store. They're like, hey, can we get that receipt? She just keeps walking. They start following her. Another lady in the store runs out of the store. And you're like, hey, yo, this lady gets into a car. They start backing up, driving.
What the
Mind you, this
fuck?
story feels so fucking made up because of the fact that this lady's like, so then we got in our car and started following them. And they pull up. They just somehow are just kind of racing behind this other car. The lady they get like 2 maybe 3 miles down the road after chasing
Mhm.
like him chasing him. She pulls over her minivan, drops all the shit out the window, and then just goes.
No way.
So I thank everybody for coming to another episode of the Get Fresh Crew podcast.
That's crazy.
We really appreciate y'all. Please leave reviews. Please
Yes.
make sure that you're, giving us, as many reviews as possible.
Yeah. Share with your friends.
Yeah, share with your friends, right?
Yes.
Share with your enemies.
Yeah.
Do it. Right. I found this podcast. Go listen to it and go fuck yourself. Like those two things would be totally fine if you hit them with that.
Period.
Yeah.
I would like to
Uh,
say
yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Go
going
for
to
it.
start a war right now. I want
A
y'all to
war.
know that
Damn it.
Oregon is in 21% of the lead of listeners for Get Fresh Crew. Oregon is in the number one spot with 21%. California, you're slipping. You got 1%.
Oregon has what?
21%.
Hey, shout out to Oregon
Shout
right
out to
now.
Oregon.
Hey,
Followed
shout
closely
out.
by Illinois at 18%.
Let's go.
So
And I wonder who. I wonder who in Illinois could possibly be listening to this podcast right now.
So shout out to you guys.
So I wonder. Got me all types of flustered.
Oh
You
my
can write in all
god.
caps all you want.
I'm crying. with the little
Anyways.
fire emoji. Love you,
With the
fo. Oh god. But yeah, if you want your state to do better, share with your friends. Get your state up there because Oregon is whooping your ass right now. I'm just saying. Shout out to
Absolutely.
Oregon. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for listening. Shout out to Oregon, though, especially. And yeah, share it. Tell your friends.
I'm going to be so real with you because I know our numbers are low. I can make promises like this. I'm going to tell you right now, by episode 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
If your state got number 1, right? If you're the top state,
mm-hmm.
we'll come up with a gift and send it to you.
Hey, lit.
Absolutely.
I love that.
And I gotta know that you represent your state.
Right.
You gotta prove that you are representing your state.
Right.
All right.
That part.
Because right now the people in VA is me. It's me listening to my own podcast right now.
It's me.
All right. It's me. I'm niggas.
VA is at 11% and Georgia is at 16%. So we slacking. We got to share our own shit.
Come on now. I send a gift to you. You send it to me.
Period.
But right now, right? If somebody other than well, I don't know, because Georgia, there's a bunch of people.
It's
Georgia,
a bunch of people here. It is a possibility.
So, hey, whoever it is, I'll send out something. I'll probably wear a jersey from wherever y'all from.
Yeah. And follow us on Instagram. We got IG. Get Fresh Crew. Follow us.
All that.
Yeah.
All that. All right. Make it happen.
Yeah.
The only thing I have left is please make sure that you tell your loved ones that you love them.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially in hard times, they didn't know that you're there for them. So, loved ones, I love y'all.
Love y'all.
And
stay fresh, cheese bags.
Bye.
Bye.